Young Frankenstein, written and directed by Mel Brooks, is a comedic parody of the four Frankenstein movies made by Universal Pictures in the 30s and 40s. However, it takes most of its material from Son of Frankenstein, the third movie in the series, made in 1939. Although released in 1974 when color films were the norm, Young Frankenstein was shot in black and white to mimic the old movies it lampoons. Despite the fact the movie's a comedy, Young Frankenstein is the second most popular Frankenstein movie of all time, according to Rotten Tomatoes. Young Frankenstein is cobbled together from plot points of the four older movies, much like the monster itself, but veers wildly off course from Mary Shelley's original book, which first told the Frankenstein tale, where university student Victor Frankenstein discovers a method for reanimating corpses and creates a man sewn together from the body parts of several people. Gene Wilder plays Dr. Frederick Frankenstein, a surgeon and medical school professor who is also the grandson of Victor Frankenstein, the obsessed scientist who created the monster. A mysterious man from Germany arrives to inform Dr. Frankenstein that he's in his grandfather's will, but the meeting takes place after a hilarious demonstration of human reflex reactions during a lecture.
Reflex movements are those which are made independently of the will, but are carried out along pathways which pass between the peripheral nervous system and the central nervous system. You filthy, rotten, yellow son of a bitch!
One of the funnier characters is the one-armed Inspector Kemp, played by Kenneth Mars, a nod to Inspector Krogh from Son of Frankenstein. In Wilder's movie, Kemp uses his fake arm like a mechanical tool, and in one scene even uses it to batter down the massive doors of Castle Frankenstein. Another character inspired by the Universal movies is Igor, played by Marty Feldman, the grandson of the man named Igor, who used to work for Dr. Frankenstein's grandfather, Victor Frankenstein. He insists his name be pronounced Igor instead of Igor, just as Dr. Frankenstein prefers people to pronounce his name Frankenstein.
Dr. Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
You're putting me on.
No, it's pronounced Frankenstein.
Do you also say Froderick?
No, Frederick.
Well, why isn't it Froderick Frankenstein?
It isn't, it's Frederick Frankenstein.
I see.
You must be Igor.
No, it's pronounced Igor.
But they told me it was Igor.
Well, they were wrong then, weren't they?
The monster, played by Peter Boyle, is less a murderous beast and more of an oversized, scaring oaf who's terrified of fire. It also has a surprisingly well-done dramatic scene where Dr. Frankenstein first attempts to reanimate the lifeless, stitched-together creature on a table raised to the top of a tower with a machine designed to capture the electricity of lightning bolts, which electrifies the lifeless body.
Throw the third switch!
Not the third switch!
Throw it, I say! Throw it! Life! Life, do you hear me? Give my creation life!
Brooks and Wilder, who wrote the scripts, regarded nothing as sacred and sacrificed it all on the pyre of comedy. There are too many funny gags and jokes to describe in this video, so watch the movie and enjoy. Good night, and always remember to like, subscribe, and share. Thanks very much.